Hello, good people. I welcome you to my YouTube channel. This is Daily Strides, where we analyze and scrutinize trending issues and news with the view to form positive opinion and firm perspective. We are not parochial here. We are not biased here. We try to embrace issues considering facts over facts, ideals over sensationalism, truth over gesticulations and fabrications, as we contribute our own quota towards building a successful society and nation. Please, I want to urge my esteemed viewers from all over and around the world, wherever you're watching. For some of you watching from the United States of America, those watching from Nigeria and other part of African country, please, I want to uh, um, enjoin you. Please subscribe, like, and share our video, as you will be helping us to spread the news of true nationalism. Above, hit the notification button if you like our content for subsequent updates from us, so that you'll be the first to get our updates. Thank you so much as you help us to be favored by YouTube algorithm. Now, this is important. We have decided to do a series of docudrama that we title 2023 Nigeria Towards a Greater Nation. Nigeria Towards Greater Nation. These will be based on in depth research, yes, um, in depth research and discoveries. It will be, as usual, factual, analytical, informative, entertaining, educative, above all, transformational. So, help us achieve this feat, help us achieve this dream by supporting us, by donating to our FundMe account. You will see the descriptions of the account in the video description. If you're not in the habit of going through video description, please go through this one, because the detail of the account will be there. And please, if by the time you check it and you didn't see it, please do well to return back again, because we'll be posting it up there. All right. Thank you so much. As we step into the eve of the campaign season, everybody is warming up. The stage is set. Political marketers have been hired. So a lot of things are happening. This is promising to be one of the most thrilling, one of the most revealing, one of the most sensational campaign season that Nigeria has ever witnessed till date. Yes, we know what the pre-campaign season was like. So they say uh, uh, the test of the pudding is actually, yes, in eating it. So we have already have a foretaste of what is going to be like. I can assure you it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be thrilling. There'll be a lot of intrigues. There'll be a lot of politicking and politricking. Uh, People will unleash all kinds of things, all right, just to market their own candidate. All right. So with the massive cry for true change from the ordinary Nigerian citizen. Remember, a change was promised us, and we didn't see it. No, we saw the change actually, but it was not what we expected. When they said change, Nigerians, we didn't ask question. All right, we just embraced it. Change, change, change. But we never asked them, what kind of change are you promising? But right now, we can all attest to the fact that things have really changed. All right. When a bag of rice is now from 18,000 to 36,000 naira. Right now, 40. What am I saying? 38,000 naira. Right now, 40,000 naira. You can't buy a decent bread again. Bread that is the staple food of the ordinary man that we buy for 200 naira. Right now, for you to get a decent bread, you have to spend at least 600 naira. Now, the gala we eat now, how many of you have discovered that gala is no longer full now? Remember, gala is no longer full and is not even rich anymore. Not just that it's not even rich anymore, it's no longer full, and it is not even what do you call it? Is even costlier. It comes at a costlier. So what do you say about insecurity, hunger, inflation, uncertainty that has bedeviled our country at this stage in our national life? The dismal performance of the past administration and leadership since inception of democracy, and what seems like seems like a quantum leap backward. Our mates, they take quantum leap forward. We took a quantum leap backward for the past 7 years. Now the big question remains, will Nigeria get it right this time? Will Nigerians elect a capable, innovative, healthy, forward-thinking, productive leader that will drive this country to its glorious heights? Or will Nigerians play to the gallery and told the usual part of selfish politics that has produced nothing but leaders without conscience? Leaders that would tell us that things are working even when it is obvious that things are not working. No, the truth is that things are working, but it's actually working for them. Them that are at the giving end. But we, the masses that are at the receiving end, are better judges to the fact that things are not working. We are more in the right position to actually judge what this change is all about. It's actually a change for the worst. All right? So, will Nigeria get it right this time? Or are we going to play the same selfish politics that has produced leaders without conscience? Leaders that will look boldly into our eyes and tell us lies. Leaders that will do nothing. Leadership apathy. No action is being taken. Things are at their deplorable state. Everything is downgrading and degrading, yet no necessary action is taken. Are they the kind of leaders we need? Another important question is, do we have such a man? Such a man that is productive, that is innovative, that is forward thinking, that comes with an objective, that has the heart for Nigerians, that is desperate to see a change in this country. A man that is capable of driving this nation to its glorious height. Do we have such a man? Or more like, have we found, if truly a man can be judged by his words and his antecedents, can we say that we found such a man in Peter Obi? A man with impeccable character and records, with such an intimidating academic qualification from the world's most reputable high institutions of learning, Cambridge and Oxford inclusive. I watched somewhere where Peter Obi says that people who doubt his qualification were calling his school and asking if, wanting to confirm if those qualifications were true. All right? So the school had to call him and ask him, what is going on, sir? Why are people, we've received hundreds of calls that wants to confirm if you actually went to the school. Then he said, don't worry, I'm going to put my alumni number out there so that it will be easier for you guys to trace Nigerians. You know, we are used to telling lies in this country that when people are telling us truth, we can't even separate the truth from... Now, I want you to understand that Obi have been preparing for this time. Obi have been preparing for this time, training himself, imparting himself with knowledge, all right, exposing himself to different trainings, acquiring different resources. Well, Obi has a verifiable track record of excellence in business. As at 25 years ago, he was a chief executive of a UK-based company. 25 years ago. All those his mates, opponents, who amongst them can actually boast of such 25 years ago? All right? Nigeria has never had it this good before. All we've had are professional career politicians. People who have met... Politics is not a career. Politics is not a career. All right, Nigerians, we must know this. There are professional politicians. They don't have any other thing doing. They are just into politics. Now, political anyway, belefes. All right, that is why they can do anything, because that is their source of income, that's their source of earning, nothing else. They prey on the nation, they fleece the nation. All right, many of them even see it as a privilege to eat from the nation, whereas other people are in abject poverty. Obi has a record of excellence in governance in Anambra State, leadership, administration, financial management, an astute scholar, technocrat of repute, and a renowned economic advisor with a growing popularity among Nigerians. No doubt Peter Obi has come under strong criticism by his opponents, yes. Every good thing must be criticized. Has come under strong criticism by his opponent since emerging the flag bearer of the Labour Party. It seems as though as his popularity is growing, also his critics are growing, all right, especially from his opponents who never gave him a chance. All right? Now, one of such criticism emanated from two strong social media influencers. I'm not here to mention names, who claim that Obi's popularity is only social media based, all right, and who claim that that he's just popular on social media. But these have been since debunked with the recent turnout of events. One thing these critics forget in a hurry is that NSAS and Black Lives Matter all began from the social media. The social media is an integral part of our life, the life of a society. As a matter of fact, yes, as a matter of fact, more people are active on social media than in real life, so as it is normal to see people train their ideas, influencers train their ideas on social media first. It's a common practice from influencers to train their ideas on social media. All right? Another critic said that Obi belonged to the lower cadre of politics because of his ethnicity, a claim that Obi wisely and gently responded by saying, if the people at the upper ladder of politics has failed the country, perhaps we should try the people at the lower. Maybe they have the solution that we are all looking for. What a wise saying. This man seems to have an answer to every criticism. One other prominent criticism was that since Obi is good in economy, he should resign from his ambition and join force with one of the prominent party to have the chance of becoming the Minister of Economy. Peter Obi responded by asserting that the problem of Nigeria is an economic problem. As such, the man who has the solution to it must not take a backseat, but rather become the driver. What a wisdom. Now, worthy of mentioning is the prominent no structure criticism that Peter Obi and Labour Party has no criticism, had no structure. Yes, Peter Obi answers by saying that 100 million Nigerians who are living in abject poverty, who are dissatisfied with what is going on in this country, who are dissatisfied with bad leadership, irresponsible leadership, all right, who are dying every day in poverty, are his structures. Moreover, this is a revolution. Revolution does not have structure, because revolution comes straight from the heart of the people. Yes, it comes straight from the heart of the people. He said a million, over 100 million Nigerians who are living in abject poverty and hunger are his structure. Structure is about the people, not offices. Moreover, Doyin Okukpe has since informed Nigeria that before the end of this month, that Labour Party will have their offices in all the 36 states of the country. As a matter of fact, they will have strong footing in all the 36 states. Now, even before then, we're beginning to see there's a surge in the amount of people who are coming out to donate their houses and their offices to Labour Party to be used for the campaign. Wow, this is very commendable. All right. Now, some miscreants, I like to call them, mischievous people who try to allude the Osun State gubernatorial election as a litmus test for the popularity of PO. In the actual sense, the allusion to this allusion, I will simply dismiss it as a mischief because it has no bearing at all. All right, it has no bearing. Forgetting that Obi was once in that state to converse for PDP as a PDP man. All right, before he boldly left PDP. Okay, but even in that state, Labour did well because they came forth. But that is not even to say that that is a litmus test at all. It can be. So also erroneously, some also erroneously claim that Peter Obi is only popular amongst the Igbos, a claim that has proven to be false with the event of the likes of Afenifere, a prominent socio-political Yoruba elitist group that consists of the best minds the best mind out of that ethnic extraction, standing firmly behind Obi. And it's very important we know what they said. They said, we know Obi. Yes, we know him. That he's capable of ruling independently. They said if there should be any election in Nigeria, then Obi should be rightly voted in. And they know him and that he can rule independently. How I wish that his critics understands this. How I wish the Nigerians have an understanding of how important a president that can rule independently is to this nation at this critical time. We have seen the malady. We have seen the effect of a president that cannot rule independently. So if there is any time that Nigeria needs such a president, such a man that can rule independently, we must hit to what Afenifere has said. Now, I thought by that endorsement that many would be queuing up, publicly behind Obi. But it's also obvious that a whole lot of people, yes, a whole lot of groups from different ethnic extractions have also pitched their tent with Obi, have declared their support for Obi. We have seen Obi march in Nasarawa State. We have seen Obi march in many places. These are self-funded, organized march. This is not Obi. Some of them have not met Obi one-on-one before. So this, I want you to understand that what is happening is beyond Obi and is growing. That's the truth. It is growing. No matter how they try to play it, is growing and is growing by the day. It's going to come like a tide. Most of these people don't really know what they are up against. They thought it's Obi's doing, but they don't know that this is the finger of God. All right? Like I've said it, that it is the prayers of Nigerians over years, the cries of Nigeria, the sufferings of Nigeria over years that has culminated to this point when Nigerians want to take back their country. Yes, wants to take back their country by their own hands. That's what is happening right now. We are tired of leaders that will tell us stories. We're tired of leaders without conscience. All right? We're tired of all those. We want to see the true change that we were once promised. Now, a prominent candidate, in his interview said it would take a miracle for Obi to win. And Obi responded by saying that all his political life has been eruptive and miraculous. As such, he hopes for another miracle to climax his political journey. Yes, come 2023 presidential election. Now, Obi was a man who just started a political journey, but all of a sudden something took over. God stepped in. So even what is going on right now in his life, he doesn't have a complete, if you ask him as a person, he doesn't have a complete picture of what God is doing behind the scene. But 2023 is coming, and I can assure you by God's grace that we are having a new president, and his name is going to be Peter Obi. I have only made effort to note some of the prominent criticism of the man Peter Obi. All right, a man who is behind the fast-growing obedient movement, a man that has presented himself to the public eyes for several years, over 7 years. Some people don't even know how we got. Some people are asking, why you Obi? Why you Obi? Why? How come Obi? What happened? What has he done? Why did he just stand out? Obi have been in the public eyes for over 7 years, moving around from place to place, canvassing for good governance. Obi have been politically active, but also he has been speaking in symposiums, in workshops, in seminars, canvassing for good governance, canvassing for cutting the cost of governance, and canvassing for having a responsible government and a responsible. They asked Obi, they said, what is the problem of Nigeria? Doesn't mean we are that. He didn't even make it academic. He said the problem of Nigeria is the lack of the political will to do what is right. The lack of the political will to do what is right. Our leaders lack the political will. They pay only lip service. And I can remember what he said. He said that when others sees the body language of the leader and sees that the leader is a man who says what he does and does what he says, a man who is a go-getter, who will go out there to get result. When people sees this from a leader, the same people, you don't need a different people, just the same Nigeria, the same people, you will see their character change. But when the leader is not responsible, when they can read laxity, from the leader, when they can read unseriousness, irresponsibility from the leader, everybody will play along that. Everybody will be playing to the gallery. Just like what happens in most of our government parastatals. Yes, when you go there, nothing is done. And at the end of the day, people are still looking for money. They want the government to pay them. But when the guy up there, the one calling the shot, is the one moving, everybody will follow along. That's why we need a very strategic, innovative, and a forward-thinking leader. All right? Now, Obi had presented himself to the public eye for several years, known for his public assertion, go and verify. A man who, though is an aristocrat by all standard, but consciously bridges his gap between the poor. As such, he has practical knowledge of the plight of Nigeria. This is Nigeria's place. Listen, this is one thing some of these other guys don't have. These people only read poverty on newspapers and sees poverty in pictures. Where they live is very far from, because they live around you. Tinubu lives in the island. None of his relatives lives elsewhere. They live abroad. Okay? They access the best of life out there. So they have lost touch with reality. They have lost touch with poverty. They have lost touch with quite a lot of things. Okay? So they can't even tell what is the plight of the common Nigerian. And that's why they keep telling you and I that things are working. Yes, it's working because it's actually working for them who are the taking end. But we that are the receiving end knows that it's not working. All right? Now, when somebody, it takes two to tango. When somebody says something is working, you better know from what angle in which he's saying it. So if they tell us that this country is working, they may be right because it's working for them. They are fleecing on the masses and it's working for them. So what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that these people have lost touch, and this is one thing that Peter Obi has not done. He keeps closing the gap. He keeps bridging the gap between him and the poor. You see him amidst many criticism. You see him taking the economy. It's not as if he doesn't have money to take, even buy a private jet if he wants. If he doesn't have that money personally, there are people who will be willing to even give him a private jet to travel all around the world. All right, but he consciously sometimes he takes economy just to be able to interact with people to actually know what is the plight of the common Nigerian. This is what many people, some people say it's for the picture. It's not for the pictures. These people, his opponents, cannot walk openly in the street. This is how you know a man who has a strong character, a man who is courageous, a man who is bold, a man who is out there to get something achieved. All right? So, Peter Obi, without any gainsaying, is by all standard the most qualified of all the candidates. I say it again, PO is the most qualified candidate of all these candidates. He has personally subjected himself to public scrutiny through numerous interviews. Yes. He goes to the station. He doesn't invite them in his house. He goes to the station itself and subjects himself to their interviews. You know, when I invite you to my house to come and interview, it's something very different from me coming to your own domain. All right? So he goes to the stations and then speak to Nigerians. All right? And he has also opened up himself to calling programs like Brekete Family, where Nigerian called in and threw a hard question on him. This is a question that most of them will see and they dodge, and Obi will always give a satisfying answer. This is a man that has actually taken time to ponder over what the issue of this country is, and who has actually, God has sent at such a time as this to get things done in this country. Peter Obi is not stingy, he's prudent. He qualifies as an expert in financial management. He said to them in Kaduna, I came to tell you that I love that boldness. I came to tell you that what we have been sharing has finished. It is time to start rebuilding the nation. He said, I am not desperate to become the president of Nigeria, but I'm desperate to see things work in Nigeria. I'm desperate to see a change, true change in Nigeria. I'm desperate to change the Nigerian economically, to move her from consumption state to production state. No nation develops without being productive. That's true. I have consciously also negated some rantings. I call them rantings by some miscreants and mischievous people who have baseless rantings. Yes. All right? Of some miscreants who go about saying all kinds of things on the social media. They don't deserve my attention, actually. I call them miscreants, charlatans, mischievous people. And I know we will see more of that in this campaign season. Yes. Because there are people, the only way they know how to fight, instead of fighting clean, they fight dirty. All right? We are going to see that. Notice that other political parties have hired their political marketers who will come to market them. I think the APC has a Festus Keyamo and some other person there, whereas the PDP has the dancing senator, yes, Malay. So these are their political marketers. But Nigerians must be wise, as they have cooked up stories to tell us, the same stories that they've always told us. Please, always judge them by the antecedents. Don't let them woo you with something that does not work. Nigerians, don't be confused. Don't be confused. Always ask for the antecedents. All right? They are out there to begin to spin Nigeria. I call them spin doctors. They've been hired. They have been paid. All right? But these two men, Mr. Peter Obi and Dr. Yusuf Dati Ahmed, we have never had it this good before. no missing certificates, excellent academic achievements, good verifiable track record, good business, no scandals to their name, no criminal record. Oh my God. Nigeria has never had it this good before. We must not miss it. You see that? This particular logo where you have Papa, Mama, and Pekin. That is where you must put your stamp. I need you to understand what we're talking about. These are the men. My prayer is that after Peter Obi has ruled this country, let Yusuf take over. These men are sent from God. Nigerians, these men are sent from God to liberate this. In fact, this is a practical, the best thing that can happen to this country right now. Well, in my final words, in the words of Obi, I rather fail, yes, doing what is right than succeed doing what is wrong. Hence, Nigerians, we must shun partisan politics and vote for competence, vote for credibility, vote for character, courage, charisma, which P2B and Yusuf embodies. All of this. Thank you for coming this far with me on this video. Yes, thank you for coming this far. Please subscribe to my channel, like, share, and hit the notification button for subsequent updates like this. All I have to tell Nigerians is brace up for the campaign season. Did it right. Signing out.